here in Calcutta and to enjoy the music composition we are having here in Kalabandi. To tell about the journey in India first and how you started or planned about for this India.
I was in India some years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. First, I did some concerts and shows
Well.
in Delhi, Goa, and Kolkata.
Okay.
And then we come to Mumbai to a special club, Blue Frog.
Mm-hmm.
And there I knew a sitarist, Ravi Chari, and we start a collaboration together, and we record some songs, one CD called Mumbai,
Mm-hmm.
and we did some concerts, and then he come to Spain, in Barcelona. We record another CD called Coming Home, and we did tours in Europe, in India, and South America also.
Okay. And this flamenco, which is now a Spanish style of music, it has been from India itself. So it's evolved from India. Is it right?
I don't know,
But
because it's
flamenco
very
music-
difficult to know
Find out the root.
eh? But the cultures,
Or the rhythm.
the people the people move over the countries, and music mix everywhere. No, Spanish music have a relation with African, and sure that mix European music, and sure that
But also the Indian
gypsy music is all relational. No?
Okay.
But the way that could be easy is jazz, because jazz plays with improvisation.
Okay.
Improvisation is a language that we can talk.
That is the language
with-
itself. The
Yeah.
music itself is the language over there.
Yeah, with Spanish and jazz and Indian.
And in today's show, how you find the audience over here in Kalabandi?
Very nice. Yeah. I like very much Indian culture. I like Indian people and Indian food. And when I play, I feel really very nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good evening.
It is a wonderful evening you presented over here in Calcutta, particularly in an auditorium, Kolamundi, which is have a very rich heritage over here. And you and your father both performed in a one stage. What is your experience in Calcutta?
My experience in Kolkata has been amazing. I feel people's reaction was positive. Sometimes I feel, depending on what kind of music you listen to, European classical music or traditional music, maybe audiences like to clap at the end. Maybe they are not used to clapping between, like in the jazz, in the jazz culture. So, it's
Interactive audience, you mean to say?
yeah, I would say it wasn't maybe as interactive, but at the end, when you talk to the people, when you see their faces, when you realize that how much they like it, I feel it was very positive, and it's such a great way to see, depending on where you perform, like how different people and audience react. But I feel it was very positive.
And flamenco, you had a piece over here, and first piece was flamenco. It is said that the flamenco primarily involved from India. Is it? Or the rhythms in the flamenco and the Indian music does match. So how you feel, or what is your reaction towards that?
So to be honest, I wasn't flamenco trained, and what I definitely hear is in terms of the melodies and the rhythms, there's a lot of influence from Indian or Arabic music. But I have to say that I'm not very trained or like known about the music. But what my dad does is fusioning the flamenco with jazz and other Mediterranean style music. So I think it's to be honest, I let myself go, and I just.
So you open up and play the music and the fusion gets inside that. In that
Yes, I have I would say a little versatile language. I listen to a lot of different music, so I try to, well, I think I put it in the music kind of like unconsciously, it just comes. And today actually the concerts like the ones we've been doing in India, I feel I found myself discovering other sounds. Since we were playing music that I'm not really used to play, I feel I kind of discovered other ways of improvisation, other things to put on it.
But the other musicians, one is from Calcutta itself, the sitarist, Srinivas, and the other one is an Indian who is from US. You are from Spain.
Yeah.
So how you think, or what is your experience when you come together? What is your feeling?
I feel each of us is so special and has their own language in music, and I actually think we match very well because not just we are good musicians or trained musicians, but really open people, and really I feel humble. We listen to each other, and with a little short rehearsal was enough to really get together, and we listened to each other. We were very attentive to each other, and my experience is being a
So
gift.
you are synchronized, all the musicians are synchronized together.
Yes, Srijani explained the way she was feeling her piece, and we tried to adapt ourselves to her way of thinking. She's thinking in three sections of three, things like that, and the opposite. When we were playing my original music or Jauma's or Bisha, we were explaining from our knowledge how do we feel in music. And it was challenging maybe at the beginning, at the first rehearsal, but as we started performing, we got a total of
with the flow.
It just keeps getting better and better. And I feel if we had more opportunity to play more, the project would just be getting tighter and just... Yeah.
And in India, you played in 4 different cities. So, did you find any difference in the audience, or it's all the same in all the 4 cities?
I found a big difference. Every city was a total different vibe. It wasn't worse or better, but for example, in Goa, for instance, the audience was a little younger in general. It was more like young people. So on the one hand, I would say, the vibe was very encouraging constantly. People were interacting a lot, but at the same time, not everybody was paying as much as attention. So, every place has their little things, maybe at today's concert, people were a little more quiet, a little bit more attentive. Maybe it wasn't as, like the jazz, like in jazz music is where I participate really.
The audience itself get into the music.
Yeah, but then we had a lot of space to hear each other, so it was very positive too. So I think depending on the venue you play or the place you play, it's gonna be always some kind of difference, right? But I think that's great, and it's the magic of performance.
Would you like to perform in India again? This is your last concert in this tour, but will you be coming back?
I would love. If it was for me, I would stay here for another month. Yeah, I loved it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mom. It's a nice meeting you. Welcome to Calcutta, and it is really a nice evening you presented over here as a musical show. So, how's your experience about this Calcutta and these total music arrangements you are having over here? Please do tell about your...
So this project started with Mar and I were classmates at Juilliard in New York City, and she approached me. For a long time she had been saying she wanted to come to Kolkata, especially because her mother ran a center here and do a tour, and then eventually that became a reality, and then Kolkata was our last stop, but it was the most meaningful stop for me because both my parents were born and raised in Kolkata, so the city means a lot to me, and to end the tour here was very special.
And Kolkata, the performance over here in Kolkata is your first time this time, or you have it before also?
This is my first time playing professionally in India, period, and definitely Kolkata as well. So
okay, so how do you like the audience over here?
It is great. I knew exactly what to expect. I've been in the audience. And
so the expectation has been met?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And the relation between the Spanish music and the Indian music. How you think it is the common? What is the common in there, and what is the difference?
Yeah, so I think in fusion, it can be pretty hard sometimes, but with this group I felt it was very natural fit, you know, it didn't seem forced, because there's a lot of Muslim influence in both musical styles.
Okay, so there is an Islamic influence in Spanish music also.
Absolutely, absolutely,
Okay.
yes. So I think because of that common thread, that allowed us to really share a musical language together and
Okay.
make good music.
নমস্কার সৃজনী,
নমস্কার।
আপনি তো আপনার শহরেই আজকে যে প্রেজেন্টেশনটা করলেন সেটা তো স্প্যানিশ মিউজিক আর ইন্ডিয়ান মিউজিকের একটা ফিউশন।
হ্যাঁ।
আপনার জার্নি, এই যে অ্যারেঞ্জমেন্টের এই জার্নিটা আপনি কিভাবে এদের সঙ্গে মিট করলেন বা কিভাবে আপনি এলেন?
আমি অ্যাকচুয়ালি একজন ইন্ডিয়ান ক্লাসিক্যাল মিউজিশিয়ান। আমি আন্দামান একজন সোলোইস্ট। আমার ভার্সন হচ্ছে আমি ভারতীয় হিন্দুস্তানি শাস্ত্রীয় সঙ্গীতই আমি বাজাই। তো Arnab da, the man behind the Meta Arts, he contacted me that they are organizing an ensemble, Spanish musicians, American, তার মধ্যে ওরা ইন্ডিয়ান ক্লাসিক্যাল ভার্সনটাকে ওরা রিপ্রেজেন্ট করতে চায়। তো সেখান থেকে আমাদের জার্নি শুরু।
আর আপনি বাজান হচ্ছে সেতার, সারা পৃথিবীতে মানে ফিমেল সিতার প্লেয়ার বোধহয় খুব লিমিটেড, তাই তো?
Female sitar player, হ্যাঁ, limited compared to the male performers.
So, being a female sitarist, how do you feel like the sitar can represent Indian music with the, or it get mixed up with the Western music?
সিতার এমন একটা ইনস্ট্রুমেন্ট যেটাকে অনেক ভাবে এক্সপ্রেস করা যায়। আমি আজকে ইন্ডিয়ান ক্লাসিক্যাল মিউজিক বাজাই, আমি রাগ সঙ্গীত নিয়ে চর্চা করি বলে আমি একটা অন্য রিপ্রেজেন্টেশন দিচ্ছি, বাট যে আদ্যপ্রান্ত একজন জ্যাজ মিউজিশিয়ান বিং ইন দ্য সিতার, যে সিতার, সেও কিন্তু সেটা রিপ্রেজেন্ট করতে পারবে, বিকজ অনেকগুলো ভার্সন আছে। ইটস এ ভেরি ডাইনামিক ইনস্ট্রুমেন্ট, যে যেরকম ভাবে ওটাকে দেখে প্রেজেন্ট করতে পারবে।
ওকে, আর আজকের এই মানে আপনি এর আগে আরো 3টে শহরে করে এসেছেন, আর আজকে এখানে কলকাতার কলা মন্দিরে করলেন। আপনার নিজের শহরের কলা মন্দির, মানে কলা মন্দির সম্বন্ধে আপনার যেটা,
ছোটবেলা থেকে কলা মন্দির দিয়ে শুনতে এসছি, কোন স্টলওয়ার্স বাজায়নি এটার বড় লিস্ট, মানে ছোট লিস্ট, কি যারা বাজিয়েছে বিশাল লম্বা লিস্ট, ছোটটা বেশি বলা সহজ। তো প্রত্যেকটা মিউজিশিয়ানের কাছেই আমি বলবো কি বেশ কিছু অডিটোরিয়াম, যেরকম একটা ক্রিকেটারের কাছে লর্ডস এন্ড ইডেন্স আর ড্রিম, সেরকম কলা মন্দির ইজ এ ড্রিম। ওই স্টেজটাতে বসা, ওই ডায়াসটাতে বসে অডিয়েন্সকে দেখা ইজ অ্যাকচুয়ালি আ ভেরি সারিয়াল ফিলিং।
আমি সেটা বলছিলাম না যে অডিয়েন্সের কাছে আলো দিতে, সেই জন্য
আমি দেখতে পাই, কারণ আমি আমার এত কষ্ট করা যে মিউজিকটা যেটা আমি শিখছি বা করছি, সেটা আমি যাদের কাছে প্রেজেন্ট করছি তাদের আমি চোখেই না দেখলাম, মানে আমাকে ঠাকুরের আশীর্বাদে যখন দিয়েছে চোখে না দেখলাম, তখন আমি বুঝতে পারবো কি করে তারা আমার মিউজিকটাকে নিতে পারছে কিনা।
আর তাহলে আপনি কেমন ফিডব্যাক পেলেন কলকাতাতে?
কলকাতা ইজ অলওয়েজ ওভারওয়েলমিং, মানে কলকাতার অডিয়েন্স এ ভেরি লার্নেড অডিয়েন্স। কারণ আমি জানি না প্রচন্ড হইহট্টগোল ওরা পছন্দ করে না, কিন্তু প্রত্যেকটা জিনিস শুনবে, মানে ভালোটাও যখন শুনছে খারাপটাও শুনছে, সেটা জানি, এক্সপ্রেশনে বোঝা যায় মুখে। তো
অন্যদিকে শহরের সঙ্গে যদি জাস্ট এক লাইনে আপনি কম্পেয়ার করেন, হাউ দ্য অডিয়েন্স ইন ক্যালকাটা ইজ ডিফারেন্ট উইথ দ্য আদার সিটিজ, at least in this journey of yours?
Audience in Calcutta is like they have this very heritage vibe, যেখানে ওরা ভীষণ লার্নেড অডিয়েন্স, অডিয়েন্সের রিয়াকশন বা অডিয়েন্সের পারসিভারেন্সটা খুব ডেপথ আছে এখানে। মানে নিজের শহরে পারফর্ম করাটা ওই জন্য সবচেয়ে বেশি আমার কাছে টেনশনের বিষয় লাগে।
আপনার সঙ্গে কথা বলে খুব ভালো লাগলো, আমরা এই ফিউশন সম্বন্ধে জানলাম বেশ খানিকটা। আমি মানে আই উইল উইশ ইউ দ্যাট ইউ উইল বি পারফর্মিং ওভার হিয়ার ইন কলামন্দি and in Calcutta many times.
Thank you.
নমস্কার।
Thank you.